to another episode of Level Up Video Games, where we gain experience points by buying, selling, trading, and repairing retro video games. Today's episode, got a whole bunch. Put back together the two Super Nintendos. Those guys right there. Get through that lot right there. And finagle our way through some of this stuff. Maybe get some of these games out. Because we're just playing catch up now. I don't plan on taking in much as in trades. I'm pretty stocked on systems. There is a couple systems I wouldn't mind getting trades in if they come in. But in general, I'm doing all right. Majority of the N64 down there done. Got the Switch. We do have some packages I want to go through. So, for instance, if a PS4 comes in, I'm not going to turn it down. This is our last one in stock. Same thing for an Xbox One. I wouldn't turn it down. But, let's say a GameCube comes in. Unless it's super cheap, or it has some decent games or something with it, I'm not really looking for GameCubes. I have 4 N64s, a bunch of Wiis, a couple of 360s, 2 Slims, and back stock. So right now, I'm doing pretty good. I might get caught up maybe in a little more like PS2 Slims. But in general, I think we're going to be doing really well this coming up holiday season. Let's go ahead and take care of those packages really quick. There's not a whole bunch. I also did a kind of an impromptu already trade, but not trade. So these ones are going to be fairly quick, fairly easy. There's only 3 of them, and they're kind of tiny. So this is a game I've never actually heard of and didn't even know existed for the N64. That is called Flying Dragon. The label and the back label is pretty rough, but I've actually never seen this game before. And we got a halfway decent looking Donkey Kong 64. Label's a little sun faded, back looks alright. Also got a copy of Metroid Prime for the GameCube. No manual, disc only. Disc needs to be buffed. But that's awesome. And then essentially, customers said they needed a Nintendo Switch battery replacement. And I was like, okay, this is how much it's going to cost. They're like, well, can I give you games for the cost of the repair in your time? And I was like, okay, what's the games? They essentially gave me 2 Switch games. We have Mario Maker 2, no case, and Mario Odyssey. So that's about $30 to $40 games. The part that I need is going to cost me about $20. So I'm pretty happy about that. My time is about $20, $25 an hour pretty much when it comes to repairs. Especially with the holiday season coming along, I had to increase my prices because doing stuff for $10, it's not viable. Those process as soon as I'm done putting these Super Nintendos back together. Also means we're officially open here in Gamer's Garage, aka Level Up Video Game Headquarters. I had to take the other 2 Super Nintendos that are working perfectly fine. I took them apart. I'm going to clean them up. It's easier. There's only a few screws. So normally what I'll do is I'll soak them. Get them kind of, essentially get all that gunk and everything off of them. Throw them around a couple times with some soapy water. And then I'll dry them off, and then I'll put the next one in. This one's pretty bad. You can mostly tell, even though it's working. Somehow people spill liquid on these things all the time. It's crazy to think that you even have a drink close to your systems, because I don't. I do now, but no comment. Test this Xbox one more time to see how this fan does and how squeaky it's going to be. Let's try it one more time. It's not too bad. That sounds fine. That's not fun. There it goes. You hear it? I know it's on the bottom, but... Alright. Oh, this Xbox is working perfectly fine, and it's reading discs and playing, and all the ports work. I don't feel like taking it apart right now and replacing the fan with one of the Xboxes over here. So I'm just going to put it in the Xbox death pile for right now. And if I need it, because I still have one more Xbox in back stock, plus the one that's out on the floor. So if I need it, I will fix it. Otherwise, I don't want to deal with it right now. I actually own a game store. We're going to play some games a little bit. I actually want to play this a little bit, so we're going to test it out. So we ended up actually testing both of these. Flying Dragon is literally just a fighting game, but it's interesting. I kind of want another copy just for the collection. But Donkey Kong Country, you technically don't need an expansion pack to test it. As long as it loads, it tells you that it needs the expansion pack. So you know that the game is trying to read and play. I'm going to put a game inside the N64 just to listen to the intro music, and I know which one I want to listen to. Diddy Kong Racing. Now I can't remember if the intro actually has the intro song or it's just the first level. We'll find out. Oh yeah. There we go. I love a little slower days where I can get through inventory and put stuff out because it looks nice to have two Game Boy Colors, a Game Boy Pocket. I think I'm going to switch those actually. And just getting the glass case nice and full of video games. And we're just going to get through the rest of this, all these Game Boy Color and Game Boy games. A couple Switch, another light or DS, what is this, DSi? That one we may just put on the back end of the shelf until one of these guys sell, because I got 3 of them. The thing is, I'm starting to run out of room to put stuff on the ready to go out shelf, which isn't a bad thing. I think I'm gonna get more coffee and just chugga through this. So I had someone come in that wanted to do a trade. So 360 with 4 controllers, 1 wired, 3 wireless, like Halo 1 and 2. I think 2 was collector's edition. Some extra games here and there, nothing much. But I told him, I was like, I will trade you a Wii for this system right off the bat. And then he's like, well, what if you throw in like 3 Wii controllers and a game? And I was like, the Wii controllers are $25 a piece. Your system does not even cover that plus a Wii. I was like, no, it's just the system for a system. I'll trade it upright. Take the games as well. And he said no, which respectful. He can go out and flip it himself. I totally get it. And he might be able to find a Wii cheaper than what he could trade it for. Make some money on the top. It's just, you gotta hustle. That's exactly what I used to do, is hustle that hard to get what I want. But you gotta put in time and effort into it. If you just want to straight up trade and easy peasy, make a couple extra bucks here and there, this is what a store does. But if you're looking to get more money or more value for what you're trying to trade in, it's not going to happen. Well, I got a bunch of Game Boy games out. I got Mortal Kombat, RoboCop, Toy Story, Tony Hawk's Beauty and the Beast, Rescue Run. I'm going to get a whole bunch of Game Boy Advances here once they're labeled, and that's pretty much done with the pile I had. I'm going to put these Super Nintendos back. They're going to go on the shelf, ready to go out. I'll work on something else. I think what I want to do, these mats put on the shelves and labeled. Interesting. I ended up going to take these apart, start working on them, see if I can figure out what's going on with this one over here. And as you can tell, they're actually different. So this one is the one that is working properly. This is actually 1993. You can tell that it's a lot smaller than this one, which is 1994. So it's interesting that this one is, I would say, younger than this one here. Same game, just unfortunately because of this, I'm unable to test the pins and see where they go. Maybe something else is, and they don't have the same chipsets on both the cartridges, so I really can't even do flippy flops and test and other stuff. So at this point, this one's going to go back together, put out on the shelf, and this one is just going to sit on the shelf doing something. I don't even know. So I'm taking I'm waiting for these guys to put these back together because you can see some of these scuff marks and other stuff. It's not too dirty, but essentially I ran out of Mr. Clean scrubby pads to kind of help get rid of some of those and clean them up a little bit. So I'm going to wait to grab some more of those to clean these up and get them ready. So it's been slow enough for me to get through most of the stuff that was right here. I got a few things here and there, but in general, I'm pretty caught up. I'm pretty happy. Sometimes you might think, oh, it's slow, I'm not making any money. Sometimes slow is okay to get through stuff you need to get done. This fills out the glass case a lot better. Everything's starting to look good for the weekends, for the holidays. You got stuff out. We got SingStar Rock bundle. Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. So we're just getting through stuff. I mean, all these are just third-party controllers, which, to be honest, with those third-party controllers brand new right up there, and the couple we have out there, I could just say fuck it.
That's why I say fuck it.
And get rid of these. You know, just not even have to worry about them. I think I'm just going to get rid of these. Just clean this up more. We have 2 Xbox controllers that need the breakaway cables. We got 2 that have and ready to go. This controller is probably going to be used for a shell swap. And these AV cables are pretty cool for the PlayStation 2. Unfortunately, I'm thinking about this guy right here, and it's really cool. Unfortunately, it's just that cable is torn. I don't know if I could do anything with this in the condition it's in, even if it is working. It is hard for me to let go. I'm not sure if it's even worth anything. So I'm taking a look right now at sold listings to see what's going on. I mean, they sell for a decent amount, but in the condition it's in, 40. I could maybe see if I can get at least 30 bucks for it in the condition it's in. I might do that. I'll try that at least $40. $40 on that controller in the condition. I will test it to make sure with the Dreamcast that I have in the office, just make sure that the sticks and everything work, but we'll see. I tried Cabela's Big Game Hunter because I had a PlayStation camera, but I don't know if the camera's not working or the controller's still not working properly, but it's definitely still not aiming. I think it might be the controller. So maybe I'll charge the Move and see if maybe we can get that controller to work on the game. So we're just going to let these guys charge right now on the PlayStation 3 and test it later with these Moves. See if this camera is working. Maybe it's the controller, which sucks because this one actually came with the dongle and everything. It is what it is. One thing in the mail that we'll check out tomorrow morning. We're going to start getting through a lot of these peripherals again, a lot of the third-party stuffs, and then maybe start working on some of the actual games. We'll see. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen. So that's going to be it for me today. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to